Hey, less lethal people. So, as we've all seen on YouTube, a lot of great videos on this new P2P Umarex HDP or 68 or 68P, whatever you want to call it. And I've been watching these videos now for a couple of days, and everybody that's doing them is doing a really great job of a review. I saw DK's review, I saw Sean's review, I saw Sterling's review, I saw Adam's review, I saw everybody's review, and they all really did a great job on it. And a lot of people touched on some things other people didn't touch on. So I'm not going to bore you with that same review with the unboxing and everything else, because not only that, I don't think I could do half as good a job as these guys did. They all did such a great job. So I want to focus on a couple of things that I found out about the launcher, or at least mine anyway. So the first thing I want to talk about is one of the things that's really nice about this launcher is it comes in a really good quality case. Now, some people may say, well, what good is the quality case if the launcher is no good? The launcher is very good, and I'll get to that in a minute, but the case is super nice because it even has a way, like let's say you have somebody around, you don't want to get to it. It has even a place to put a little tiny padlock, like a suitcase padlock on here, if you go somewhere or you do something. And it's a nice touch. When people give you a nice case with something, it's a very professional, nicely done product. So I really like that. The other good thing that I like about this is I already found a way to conceal carry it on my person. It fits the Scorpion Tactical 2 holster, which is designed for the Burner HD LE SD, and also fits the Pistelli X68. It's a perfect fit for this holster. Perfect fit. So you could get it and super like I can carry this all day long, all day and all night, not even know I have it on me, and feel comfortable with it. It's really nice. So that's kind of cool. Now, let's talk a little bit about what I have discovered with projectiles and stuff in the launcher. So I took it apart to dye the slide black. And by the way, it looks great, especially with those fiber optic sights. And if you kind of know what you're doing, you can even swap them out. And you can get red ones and put them in there. There is a way to do it, and you just burn the end and they stay on there. And you can do a red one up front if you wanted to, a little custom action. So I took it apart to dye the slide. And while I had the top piece off, I decided to take a whole bunch of projectiles and see which ones fit down the barrel the best. And here's what I came up with. So, the AR Tactical 8 gram and 10 gram, some of them were too thick to fit down the barrel. They were too wide. The 6 grams did fit perfectly down the barrel and did pretty good as far as numbers go. One of the 8 grams that I had did fit down. It was the AR Tactical 879 bar match. He makes 2 different styles. That one worked pretty good, but it wasn't the greatest numbers I got as results. I got better numbers with the AR Tactical 6 gram. But while doing this, I also had some Riot Balls, 9.9 grams. I had various other projectiles, the Alien Play. I had a whole bunch of them that I put down there. And believe it or not, the best round for this launcher was the Grimberg Jewel V2s, not the 3s and not the first round. I had a bunch of Grimberg Jewel V2s. They fit down here perfectly to the point that when I shot it, I was getting 23 joules. Most people get, I mean, it's not crazy difference. Most people get 20, 21, some got 22, but I was getting 23 joules with the Grimberg Joule V2. So if you have Grimberg Joule V2s lying around, I have quite a bit of them actually. If you do have Grimberg Joule V2s, they're 7.7 grams. These were. I pulled out 6 of them, and I weighed all of them, and I got them to 7.7 each one that I weighed. I had ones that were 7.6 and 7.8. Those I put off this side. I just wanted a fair test, and I ran each one down the barrel beautifully. 7.7 grams, Joule V2s, got the highest numbers on this. So I was impressed with that. Then I went and I took a bunch of my chemical rounds. So the Duke blue and yellow, the 10% CS, they just fit down the barrel. I had to give a little poke with my finger, but they went down. You wouldn't have to worry about them breaking or ball dragging there or anything. They went down. But the orange one, the Duke Extremes, for some reason, they were too snug in the barrel. They were a little bit larger. So the Duke CS worked really good. The Mofaqui, and I just love saying that word, it's ridiculous. The Mofaqui, or as we might want to call it on the channel, the Mofaqui. The Mofaqui, they did really, really good. And so did the Home Defense 24 68 caliber rounds. Those two, and I've tested those in the past with the burner, and I really like those. They both had great dispersal, if you've seen that in my other videos, and they were both really powerful. So for me, those rounds are good. Now the Home Defense 24 ones may be a little hard to get, but the Mofaqui are all over the Amazon. You can get them, and I talked to the guys over there, and what's interesting about them is the method they use to make the Mofaqui. They actually take the powder and they process it or break it up like 3 times or more to get it super fine, like a real fine dust. And that's why the dispersal was great on those. I was so impressed with those rounds. I mean, I'm making a joke when I call them I do, because it's just a weird name, but I think it means magic ball in Chinese from what other people tell me. And honestly speaking, they're right on par with Duke. I'm not even joking you. The level of potency on them, I would 110% feel comfortable with those chemical rounds. After being exposed to them, they are brutal, and the way it is such a fine powder, you can't help get that in here. When it goes in, you just start choking right from the get-go. So that's a really nice round. And if you got something that's shooting 20 joules, kinetically, it's not the greatest. But with a pepper ball, and I think Dan Sterling said it best, you're getting a pepper ball with the kick to it at 20 joules, and that's exactly what I feel. You're getting a pepper ball with a kick to it. So it's a good pepper ball launcher. Now, the thing that I go crazy with every time something new comes out, and I mean, I guess I'm guilty, but I have a YouTube channel, so I try to look at all these things and see what I like. It's basically will do the same job as a burner LE. All right, it's no different, and the power is within this. If you're talking 15, 20 joules, you're in that ballpark area. Whether this is getting 15 and that's getting 18 or vice versa, you're in the ballpark area. It's a chemical launcher, or it shines with chemicals. You may want to put one kinetic, first one out, so you give yourself a little bit of chance to get away, or maybe that first kinetic is, hey, that's the deterrent, and then you got to whack them with the chemicals. But for the most part, this is a chemical launcher. That's it in a nutshell. And I'm okay with that. We're getting launchers out there now that look great, are made great, are really affordable, and get the job done, and they don't need to be modified. They don't need to have anything done to them. Even if you can't modify them, it doesn't matter. You got a launcher that is useful here. and it's useful for chemicals. So if you already have a burner LE or SD, well, especially an LE, because this is on par with the LE, you don't need to go out and get one of these. You already have something that'll do. Just train with it and it's fine. You don't need to replace that with this. You're not getting like a magic panacea or a magic cure-all by getting this. If you don't already have a burner and you may want to consider something else for the price, this is a phenomenal option. So it's a really, really good price and a really good launcher for the price range and for what it does. So if you already have the burner LE, you don't really need to go out and get something like this. If you don't have one and you're on a budget and you want something really good, this will be the substitute for that. To me, the handle is very nice on this. It's very ergonomic. I think that's, in part because you don't have the CO2 inside of the hand grip here. So it's very, very comfortable to carry. It's very similar or reminiscent to probably a modern SIG, a full-size SIG Sauer. So if you've ever held one or you haven't, this is kind of like that in the feel and everything. So I do like it for the comfort and the size. I like a full size, weapon. I don't like the compact so much, although I do like the Byrna CL because it's very easy to hide somewhere and conceal on you, especially if you're carrying something else, like I mentioned in another video. If you're carrying a real firearm, that's a nice option to have with you. So is the Kimber Pepper Blaster 3 or 2. Those are much cheaper, of course, but those are good backup options to have. It's always nice to have a backup and those will work on it. So I really like this. I went and I bought 2 of them. I bought one for myself and I bought one for Angelo because he just got a new house and he got some acreage and he has, lots of wildlife in the backyard and he's out there in the woods. And I know he's not big into the firearm thing, but you need something, so I got him one as a gift, and I dyed it for him, so me and him, now have our little 68 Ps. I will carry it for a while to see how I like it, especially to work. When I go to work, I will use it, with me as my less lethal for work, which is good. And I did have one thing you have to be careful with. So I had a bunch of CO2s. They come with a CO2 in the package here. I want to show it to you because it's different. The CO2 it comes with, you would think it would come with Umarex because it's Umarex, right? Well, it doesn't. It comes with one that says P2P. I went to Tractor Supply and bought a box of Umarex and held it up next to this, and the Umarex cartridges are different. The neck is different on the Umarex as it is on the P2P. I thought that was bizarre because it's the same company. You would think they would use the same. So I ran a couple of Umarexes in the launcher. The first 2 I had no problem with, but one of them got stuck in there and it was a disaster. It was a nightmare to get out, but I did get it out eventually. So I would look for a skinnier, possibly Daisy. I have to check them out. The P2P is good. Some of the Umarex, they did work. I didn't have a major problem with them. I'm just saying, be careful and, test things first before you go carry it and just plop it in there and then you don't know what's going to happen. So those are some of the things that I wanted to talk about this launcher. I would feel 100% as of now, after watching Sean's video where he did 600 rounds through it, I would feel very comfortable carrying that as a reliable marker. I mean, I hope nobody else has issues. So far, I only have maybe 4 or 5 CO2 cartridges through here, and the next one I would like to do is a chemical test. So I will eventually do some video shooting them. I just didn't want to bore you guys with that, and I would like to. Today was snowing over here where I am, so I wasn't able to get out and do a chemical round test accurately with the snow, because you know, you would see the white snow and the chemical. I want to do it on a day when it's not flurrying or snowing now. So that's really it with the new P2P 68. It's a great launcher. It is promising. I love the metal magazine. I think we will be coming up for a couple of little things for it. I'm not sure we're going to make a extended magazine, because if you go online, they already make nice ones and they are metal, so you know, with the extension. So that's awesome. But I could see a mag holder coming pretty soon, and maybe some other things. I like the fact that it has a standard Picatinny rail. Any accessory that would fit on a firearm, laser, etc., will fit perfect on here. Here is a tattoo, and I'll just put it on really quick for you. Now, it won't fit in the holster with the tattoo, but it'll fit on here as I open this up and see if I can get, there we go. Put it on, screw it in place. And that's what I like about, you know, some of the other launchers, it wiggles. This, it does not. There's zero give at all. It's nice and tight. And you can hit the laser, or you can hit the light. You know, the only bad thing is it won't fit in the holster. But if you're keeping it at home and you want, you can put this on and have something nice at nighttime, especially if you go outside, like I take the dog out in the backyard. And right now, I don't have any CO2 in here or anything. I would like to go get some Daisy and see what the Daisy does. But yeah, if you're gonna keep it in the house, put your little laser on when you get home, so in case in the middle of the night you need it, or if you gotta go out and let the dog or something out in the backyard, you got something you could scan the perimeter. Anyway, guys, that's some of the stuff that I found with the P2P. I think it's great. If you don't have one and you're in the market for that, you know, you don't have like a burner or something, that's a good alternative. Have a good night. Stay safe. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.